The European Union is not in a good place. Even if I'm not usually a pessimist, there's a lack of Europe in the European Union, and we're lacking union in the European Union.
Well, for reaction now, let's cross to Sandro Gozi. He is the Italian Secretary of State for EU Affairs. Thanks for joining us here in the France 24 debate. Your reaction to the words we just heard from Jean-Claude Juncker. Is Europe going to pass or fail this test?
Europe must pass the test. I'm fully supportive of what Jean-Claude Juncker said. We have been saying exactly the same things for 1 year and a half, since the day one of the Renzi government. Unfortunately, we needed so many deaths, and we need to shake the heart and soul around the world with the picture of Aylan Kurdi. But certainly, it is time that we tackle the migratory phenomenon in all its aspects at the right level. And the minimum level to tackle that is the European Union. So it's certainly, and also I agree with Jean-Claude Juncker when he said that there is no union in the European Union. But there are treaties, there are rules, there are things that can be done. I was hearing skepticism about the fact, about the possibility to implement the Juncker proposal. The Juncker proposal do not fall from the sky, are based on the treaty. And finally, we have a European Commission which takes on its responsibility and tables proposals based on the treaty on also relocation of asylum seekers, on financial contribution for those who temporarily do not want to take their share of the burden. There are some cases such as Denmark or UK or Ireland which can opt out. But the other 25 are legally bound, whether we find a qualified majority to implement the.
So you're saying we should. You're saying, Sandro Gozi, you're saying that there should be, for instance, fines levied for countries like, say, Slovakia or Hungary that have already said they don't want mandatory quotas.
I think that the Juncker proposal is politically goes toward the right direction. It is also a legislative proposal, and now we have to discuss within the Union, within the Council. We have to decide. Nobody has the possibility to veto it. We will go ahead. We will seek the maximum consensus, but in any case, the decision can be taken by majority. And we will explain, as we have already done, negotiating, that solidarity in the Union is not a one-way street. It does not count only when, after the fall of the Berlin Wall, we welcome new member states and we have helped new democracies. And it doesn't count only when huge amount of regional funds are given to a country in Central and Eastern Europe. Solidarity exists also when these countries must share their burden, and certainly it is a two-way street, and this is the time for everybody to show not only solidarity, but to show common sense, because it is clear that national policies are ineffective, and it is clear that today we have 28 different national policies on migration which are all equally ineffective. And this is the time to have a very open and strong negotiations around this.
Very briefly, Sandro Gozi, last question for you. Your reaction to France taking in, what is it, so far 200, 1,000 by the end of the week, 24,000 over 2 years?
Well, I mean, I don't want to get into detail. We think that the figures of the distribution proposed by Juncker go toward the right direction. They can be adjusted. They can be corrected. Or we think that more should be done concerning the relocation from Italy, but this is not now. It is the time. There will be time for the negotiation in the detail of the specific figures. It is already a good step ahead that the figure has tripled. I remember when we tabled this proposal, we were talking about a relocation of 5,000 asylum seekers, then 20,000, and then 40,000. Now is 160,000. We are going toward the right direction, but we cannot waste time anymore now.
Sandro Gozi, Secretary of State for EU Affairs, thanks for joining us from Rome.